How many did you enter with?
I think 6.
Nice. That is pure. That is a lot for me. The
Let's look at this.
clutch.
So Leo was just short up from the top up here. Pretty interesting how he nailed that. So let's take a good look at what this short looked like for him, right? So we're looking at this time frame. We had a taper, pushed up, came down, built some volume, couldn't get any higher, and then we sold from there. And I think this is literally where he got in. Yeah, he's in at 732, probably on the minis. So that was his entry. Now, I had a similar kind of situation over here. Jesus Christ, how the fuck do you get in there, man? That's really tight to get in there. All right, but we're just basically just selling right off into this high volume node. That's basically this area right here, right? So we're anticipating all of this is going to support. So I'm looking for a buy here. So I'm going to take it right now. Looks like it's working. Let's see. No. I still like the idea, though. I still like the idea. Let's go. I have one chart that's just fucking lagging, dude. There it is. There it is. Let's go. Push it. Push it, dude. Really aggressive, right? Really, really aggressive. I have a big balance in this account right now. I'm up $2,200, not including open P&L. So I'm willing to kind of take these aggressive trades, try to catch some shit. And I think that 900 is calling. I got burned on this, no doubt about that. I mean, I took a drawdown. On that for sure, like $800 or some shit. But I'm like I said, I'm aggressive here because on the big volume chart, the 125K, we're showing we're just coming into volume. We're coming into support. So I'm letting the support do its support thing. Wish I had more right now, though. Only on 3. Let it play. Dude. Let it play. Take this one off just to lock a little something in. And then the other ones should be trailing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a little bit of a chase here. I'm okay with it. I'm gonna add in. I'm gonna buy this whole range down. We're gonna accept higher risk, higher. See if I can get up to that VWAP up there at 800. Let's go, man. Feed that thing. Come on. Come on, dude. No, man. Something like 500 on this trade, dude. I wish they had just a button I could push for stop sort to break even. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna accept that. I'm gonna accept that. I'm gonna accept down there. I'm just gonna fucking accept this risk. Let's go. We're looking to add in. Let's go. Big dick trades. Let's go. Still looking to buy the bottom of this range. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Uh-oh. 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 This is where the support should be. Take out that level. Let me go. Let me go. No. Come on, man. Dude, don't fuck with me like this, man. Puto. We still buying down here? Okay, let's get a taper down here. No, man. Come on. Eat it. Come on, run. You got that nasty taper up there. Come on now. No, 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 no. Oh yeah, we're building. We're fucking building. It's gonna be huge. Be fucking huge. Let's go. Okay, here we go. This is the moment of truth. VWAP. Let's go. Push. You motherfucker. There we go. Nice. We got there 607 contracts. Each one I take off is worth This is good. Okay, I think this is Leo's sell it cue right here. I think Leo might have considered a sell right in there, right at 58. Let's see if that's actually going to be a top. Okay, here's some volume. So this is where we're going to anticipate that we're going to get a little bit of a bounce here. Could be an ad. I'm going to add. We're going to take it. Yeah. That ad was fucking beautiful. Holy shit. All right, let's get this up to this 900 level. Took a fucking beat down to get this position though. Not gonna lose on this contract. Ooh, that trailing stop is trailing. Look at that fucking thing. Jesus Christ. Yeah, tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. This is going to get swept. Watch this. This is going to get swept before we go higher. I'm going to get stopped out on this one before I go higher. Is that too tight? Oh, this is a stop that I was talking about. That's the one. Yeah, I would have gotten stopped out on that. That's funny. That's funny. All right. really tempting to take one off and then move my stop all the way back down to break even here. But I just want to hold for a little bit longer to see how long I can, how big of a winner I can get on this fucking thing. She knows. She knows. Going to be interested in taking along here, I think. Yep. This is a taper into the zone, so I'm probably going to add to this. We have some volume here. This stop is basically, that stop is basically right where we should be looking for this reversal. So I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to pump this motherfucker. This could be it. Let's go. Take on a little bit of risk here. See if I can get the wiggle up. Yep, there it is. Quick $40 of risk off. It looks like I'm going to be wrong. I don't think we're going all the way back down though. Come on, nah, man. And this is where I wish I had a move stop break even button. Just want to get a couple of runners on. That's all I want to do. Probably gonna exit. Yeah, I think this is a short maybe. All right, let's double check this. All right, so what do we have here? We have a taper, and now we're building volume underneath it. Now we're going to come back up. I missed it. I mean, this could be it, like right here. This could be the last attempt to go higher before it shits. I can't. I can't take it. I think it's a short, but I'm not going to take it. All the way down to 720. Fuck, we're taking it. Two of them on there. We're up 290 or 2,964 on the day. This is gruesome. This right here is really gruesome. We're building volume, but it's not like. Yeah, I'm gonna short again. I'm gonna try one more short. Realistic here, here. Yeah, all my stops are in profit. Good. Short five. This could be a big fucking winner. Holy shit, this could be big. Well, we're coming into high 717 could be the target here. Let's see if we get there. Let's lock that in. Let's lock that in. Holy shit. Lock that in. All right, realistically, 700. 700 could be calling. Could have been the ad right there. Okay, we got a taper. We're getting a taper on this 15,000 right here. So, what do we want to do about it? Building volume. I like my stop. 77. 50. 60 bucks. 40. Yeah, that's only locking in like. Why is my math so bad? 70 bucks on that? Yeah, that's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, let's hang out. Ooh, this is going to make an interesting video. This is going to make an interesting video. I'm going to do a breakdown on what I saw here. Yeah, this is good because this is going to this video catches a huge drawdown, right? Catches almost like a $1,300 drawdown, and then like a $3,000 P&L surge out of that drawdown. So this is going to be kind of a cool video to summarize once this is all done. My runner's running though. There's a taper on the 125,000 tick. Feel like there's a poor high up here too. We see a little taper on this one, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not enough for me to think that we're done trading up there. All right, my realistic target was like right around here. So that was 570 on 2. So 285. If I could get 285 on this one, then that's the same number of points down as I got up. That'd be pretty sick to be able to do. Especially since this short started 4 points higher than where I got out of this one. So let's see. Yeah, that's like we're on like a $3,000 surge over those lows. Right now we're up 3,300, not including this, so we're up like 3,500 right now. I don't even know. Like this is realistically where I think the bottom of this is going to be. So I'm not just going to hold on just in hopes that I can get another 50 points. Yep. I'm going to start choking it out. It's either got to push through this or not. This is the area. 650 could be in the cards, but no way. No way. Ah. All right, let's lock it in. Let's lock it in right there. Lock it in. Bam. 250. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. All right, all right, all right. Look at that fucking trade. All right, let's do a little breakdown on it. What happened? So huge drawdown before this hit, right? So huge fucking drawdown. So this is no joke. Right here, max drawdown, $2,000. I had a $2,000 drawdown. That would have been from here, but from nah, that was it. That was it. This is when I started getting long right there. So this is at 1052. This is nuts, right? So this is $300. This is another $150. So that's $450. Get some back. Then I take a big hit here. And I added to it. So this is 457,000. Probably another 300 here. So that's 1,300. And then probably, yeah, right there. I had two. I was long at least two here, 2 sets of 5. So that's like 1,700. And then, yeah. And then if I'm taking full loss on these are like $175 per lot of 5. So that is a major, major, major drawdown. I mean, that's just gross. But the reason why I was doing it and the reason why I was so aggressive on it is because of where we were on the chart. So let's do a little breakdown and look at where price was at and how I was reading it. So, so let's slow down. I'll pause it while I'm loading. All right, here we go. So we're looking at the 1052. Oh, this is great. Yep. So this is our almost all of our trades were done on this chart, right? It looks like these first losers would have been on this one here. Yep. And then the other ones, the really bad losses came on this other one. So what are we looking at? What we're looking at is this. We had sell off here into low volume node. And then we pushed back up. I think I caught this. I think I caught a lot of that short actually. Let me see here. Yeah, I caught it over here. Yep. So I caught it on this one here. right? So this was a pretty big winner for me. Yeah, there we go. Let's break this down. A huge win on this one, right? So we had 163, 177, 130, 80, you know, just whatever. Kind of sprayed some out in there. Let's see what else was going on. All right, yeah, let's start from here. Let's start at 953. All right, what was going on? 953. Okay, so that's this candle here. So price pushed up. We had the meat of this here. We had the meat of this here. Prices going up, prices accepting higher, etc. And then we really break out and we end up putting in this high volume node right here, right? And so on the next candle, we see us coming back into that high volume node. And so this is a really clean entry where I know that like I can get in and where I know I can get in and then I have a tight stop, etc. And I played it tight, knowing that I'm buying at the top of the range. So I kept it tight. So, you know, I went long 10, right? I bought twice. I took 2 off quick for my, you know, $40. Fed the stops into price, left one on the table for a runner, and the runner didn't run. Price kept moving to the side. Now we're going to come back over to this 1500 chart. Yeah, here we go. So price started moving to the side. This was such a good fucking short. This was such a good short. Price is moving to the side. And we have these tapers here, right? So this is, you know, we were just looking at the larger volume chart. But now here's kind of, you know, here's my money chart. And so you see us coming down to this low volume node. All of this is buyable. I'm in. Then we pull into it again here, right? And I try one last long. And it looks like I had, yeah, so I took a couple off for my quick $20. Five. Yeah. Looks like I sized up a little bit. But when I look at my P&L, my P&L doesn't show like a big loss here. So I don't think it was as bad. It was probably $170. Let's see here. No, this is big. This is a big loss. Yeah, this is a big loss. I think I lose like almost $800 here. I think actually, I think I'd lose on 1, 2. So that's 350. 420 plus another $100, probably 520, $520 in losses on that probably. Pretty gruesome. And then I'm gonna actually bring up my time and sales on here. So what time was this at? This was at like, no, let's do this. Yeah. I went from 800 down to plus 200. Yeah, $600. So this is $600 in losses. But, and this is key. This is what gave me the confidence to short here, was that price pushed below this taper and this taper. We pushed it down there, and we spent a little bit of time there, just a little bit of time, and I saw it struggle. And I saw this delta growing, and it wasn't your typical taper, right? It was we went down, and the selling was initiated, right? We started seeing the sellers come in. So I shorted the fucking piss out of this, right? And I hit it. And then once I started going on my way, I hit it a couple more times. I started going on my way, I hit it a couple more times. And then boom, 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 cascade all the way down. Absolutely thrashed it. And put up, this is almost like a $2,500 trade, right? So put up a huge trade. Pinot went to the moon, but now we have information that we want to carry forward. And so let's take a look here and let's see how price plays with this going forward. So all right, so the top of that candle, which I actually should have had marked out. I really should have had this marked out. Oh no, come on. There we go. Let's make it white. All right. So when we look at the higher time frame chart, higher volume time chart, whatever I want to kind of say, this is where that white line is that I just drew another chart. So I got to redraw it on this one because it doesn't copy over. Here we go. So we had volume in this area right here. And we see that on the daily VP, right? But here you really see how it tapered, where it tapered, etc. And here's that volume node giving me the green light to, showing me that price is probably exploring higher. This is giving me the stops and all the information that I need to know. Then we put the volume in and then we fail. We come down, we go back into that range, and then we fail again. And I think it was at this time that I stepped outside. I got a breath of fresh air, ate some breakfast, whatever. And we sold off and we came down to this low volume node. Now we still have a lot of information here, right? So we have this volume is here. The very next candle, and these are kind of long candles. So like this is a 15-minute candle, and then this is a, whatever, 15-minute candle. And which for me is an eternity. So price out opens up over here. Hold up. Black line is a low volume node on the 5-day rolling. This is a low volume node on the 5-day rolling. This is a structure break line that I have drawn on my chart. I can actually get rid of one of them. And then, so what we did was this: volume on this candle, thin, we came down, we hit this low volume node, put in a bunch of volume through here. New candle opened up, it tried to push down and it couldn't. We ran out of sellers. Buyers bought it back up. We ended up in this volume, and then we printed this on this next candle. This next candle then is showing me that price is getting accepted to here. So relationship of this candle to this candle is telling me that I got to get bullish, right? Now going to the smaller volume chart. Here's the sell-off that we we're just talking about. This is that sell-off that went through the 2 low volume nodes. Let's look at the action there at the bottom. This taper, last little attempt there, bulls one, came up, came back up to this area. It looks like I tried one short. Yeah, I tried a short in all this volume that we were just talking about, that node. We came back into it, I shorted, I had some success. And then maybe we can see what that looks like over here on this guy. Or not. Or we can just not fucking care. Did I catch that? What the hell of a trade? Okay, so here is the okay, that's that one. Taking a walk. Get back from my walk. Yeah, here we are. So start seeing this. So we start coming back into that volume. I'm like, all right, we're gonna start shortening it. Have some decent. Yeah, look at this. I take my $20 off right away. Then I take 40. Then I take 18. Great. Do it again. Here I short with a little bit more size. This looks like a nice short actually. So we have, and this would make sense to do, right? Because we're coming into that volume that I keep talking about. And we got a taper, we got another taper. We're pushing up, you know, all of this is shortable. And it looks like I'm getting paid for it. Decent exits, 43s, 56, 30s. Bunch of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's short 15. Took a break even on one there. Try to let it run. But now we have that volume which is creeping higher, establishing itself higher, telling me that longs are on. And so I start trying to do longs. Price bumps up. Here's that white line. Here's that previous high, right? Price jets up. And we have an attempt to go higher. We have a taper. There's a little bit of volume being printed here. We have a taper coming back down. But what I'm interested in more than anything at this point for establishing my longs is this volume that's kind of being created in through here. So that is, I mean, shit, we could even say that's higher up. Yeah, we could even say it's up to here. It's like, yeah, something like this. See right here. To like right there is what I'm looking at. And so volume, price acceptance, we push out, we're coming back into it. I'm expecting these tapers. Yeah, I guess I could draw this over. I'm expecting these tapers to end inside this volume. And so I'm looking to start establishing these longs. I think the long is on the table, and right now we're at about 10:50 a.m. So 10:50 a.m. About $2,800. Yep, about $2,800 at 10:50 a.m. Here we go. This is that blow off, right? This right here are these tapers up here. So we're shooting up and we're coming back down into this accepted volume that we're seeing here. And I'm trying, man. I'm trying to catch this. I'm like, we're gonna fucking pop. We are gonna pop. So first attempt, we come down, we have this taper. I'm trying to get in the taper. I get stopped. We come down again. trying 3 candle reversals. I'm getting stopped. I'm getting hit. Getting hurt. Buying again. Stop, hit, hurt. Trying again. And then finally this fucker catches, right? And so I'm still basically in this initial taper, and then this blue line is going to be the developing point of the control for the day. And we're coming down. We established a little bit of volume, and we didn't fail, right? We didn't fail lower, and so this was probably exactly what I needed in order to go long. And I should have probably waited for that. If this would have failed the other way, this would have been a short. This was a kind of an inflection point, and I think that this maybe this deserves its own little square. So we come down into that, and this is my first long that works. Look at this. I'm just getting fucking hurt, right? This is a $2,000. This is $2,000 worth of a drawdown. And I get in, boom, 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 boom. I spray it higher. I'm still holding on to this. Get hit on this one, get hit on this one, finally get out on this one. And I load up here because I see it happening. I'm like, this is exactly what I was anticipating would happen in this zone. And it's happening. It's just hard, right? It's just tough for me and whatever. So, but finally it ended up working. So we got the long, taking some really nice gains on the long. It's at this point at 11:04. I've locked in realized profits, not including everything that was live. I'm up 1,600, so I'm still down $1,000 from my high water mark in realized profits from my high water mark. But whatever I still had on at this point, I'm sure I was at my high water mark. Took a couple more off here, pair at $80. Nice one here for 70. Key is to always let yourself have a runner, right? So get another one here, 170, 173. They're nice, like 100 points, right? Like 85 points or whatever. Look at this fucker, 2 for that. And then we come up here and I got this 570, but now this is interesting. So we broke out. Here is that white line, right? I didn't know this white line was there, to tell you the truth. I kind of forgot about that previous high and I should have had this marked out. But then break higher. Hold up here. I'm gonna take this off just because I can draw it on later. It's just I didn't know what this was at the time. So we put in this high. We come down. We have a taper in all of this volume here, and then we go up higher, and we put in more volume right here with it. And there's a taper, but my target's up at 900, right? Which we didn't hit. Next candle opens, and we have this little drawdown, and we draw down, and I see the taper, and the taper is to the exact same point as that previous taper. And I haven't entered yet. I haven't added to my position yet, but we're right here and we're in this volume. So I'm thinking to myself, this is probably, if this taper holds, this is probably going to be a really great place to add. So I add, and this is crazy because I mean, look at this. The market had run already, whatever it says. This is 2 contracts on 140 points or something like that, right? And so I'm still adding at the top. So I get in on this pullback. See the 3 candle reversal. It's in the zone that I want to see, or jumped off the zone that I'd want to see. And with my little automatic 5 point take profit, that's what closed out the initial long. So I got that one off. Then I got one off here. Then I grabbed another 65 bucks here, another 40 bucks here, and then I had this line here, right? So another 67 bucks here on those final two. So I remember wanting to split this up and taking one off up here. I probably should have, because that could have been a really nice little sexy trade, but I didn't go. Had the taper, and I was thinking that I was thinking that this taper didn't mean that much because it wasn't whatever, but actually now that you look at it, it's like that. I guess that was the taper. Then we came down. We came back into this area that I was interested in before. And I was like, all right, so now we're going to initiate another long into this area. But because we have the taper, came down, we opened here. And it was like 3 candle reversal, perfect. I'm going to add, and we're going to see if we can get this next leg up. Automatically took my 2 off for my quick 20 bucks, pulled another, 30, 40 bucks. So that was a quick 60 bucks I grabbed on that. And then took a $50 hit on this. So this position was probably only worth 10 bucks of profit for me. Now, this is a VWAP, and we started to establish, once again, volume underneath it. And I was like, oh, the short's on. The short is fucking on. Let's go, right? And so I shorted, took full loss on both of them. So that was, whatever, $340 hit. And then the opportunity came back, and I saw the 3 candle reversal. It was in the wick. All the volume was setting up. It was telling me that like the short was on. So I hit it. Once I think I got short 10. I think I got short 10 on Qs. So I took 40 bucks off right away. So I'm short 6. And of those 6, I pulled one for 125 points, another for 12, another for 40, another for, let's call it 50, another for 15, another for 50. So my thought on this was that my target to the downside realistically was going to be this volume pack around here. This basically this area was what I was thinking. So I was thinking that 700 and the low volume node at like 717. I was thinking that would be a realistic target. I think I actually talked about this as a target, but I didn't let it run that long. Took it down. We got down here. This was 125 bucks, which was just under what this was. So I was pretty happy to get both sides of the roller coaster. And so when we look at the performance, today, we had everything was groovy, everything was gravy up until, I started trying to short, or up until I started trying to grab that long. And mixed results. And then this is when I took that like $800 loss or whatever it was, or $2,000, $1,200 or whatever, and just bam, got whacked. But then I caught the long, and then I caught the short, and it's all gravy from there. So that was the day. That was how all that played out. I don't know if I'm done for the day or not, but I'm kind of stoked on how this played out. Now, when we look at this longer term volume chart here, we're starting to see some trapped sellers. It came down to the low volume node, and now we're pushing up, and we have this taper, right? So price tried to establish lower, it failed. Now we're coming back up here. Are there sellers here, or are we going to be able to establish volume higher than right here? I don't know. That's what I'm watching though. So we're waiting on this chart to load up and look good. I think I can stop this video now because all I really wanted to do was cover what happened in this. It is what it is. I think it's I think it would be interesting to see on this if I waited to add until I was on the right side of the 9 on the 500, right? So start the position wherever I want, right? I mean, no, like this, yeah. So I bought here, and then I bought here, and I got fried. Buy here. So no. And I bought under it. It's counterintuitive. I don't know, my brain hurts thinking about it. There I myself.